Have you found a property that you want to make an offer on, but you don't know where to start? In this short video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about making an offer on the property. Before you think about making an offer on a property, you need to do some preparation. The first thing you need to do is research similar properties that have sold in the area and obtain some comparables, so you can open up the negotiations confidently with the offer that you're about to submit. The next thing you need to do is ensure that you are mortgage ready. Now, I'm not a big fan of obtaining an agreement in principle for any old property, but if you can speak to a mortgage advisor before you go ahead and submit the offer, they can ensure that you are mortgage ready by checking your credit reports, doing an affordability assessment, and completing all of their due diligence to make sure that when you find the property and your offer is accepted, the mortgage application is ready to be submitted. You also need to get together the relevant identification and supporting documents. So I would suggest that you prepare your passport and driving license, and also get together some proof of deposit in the way of a savings or bank statement. And then lastly, you need to think about your bidding strategy. And if you're not sure about what a bidding strategy is, then I suggest that you go back and watch one of my previous videos about how to negotiate the best purchase price on your property. So you've completed your preparation, and now it's the moment of truth. You're ready to submit your offer. The first thing you're going to do is call the estate agent and submit the offer verbally over the telephone. I would then recommend following that up with an email and confirming your offer in writing. And in that email, you're going to outline why it's such an attractive offer. So highlight things like if you're a first-time buyer and have no chain, or if you've got a small chain, you've got your deposit funds ready to go, you can provide confirmation that you're mortgage ready, you've got your identification and your solicitors ready to be instructed. All of these things are going to make you look more attractive to the vendor and the agent. You also need to be prepared to answer some questions about your financial position to the agent. They're going to want you to substantiate your offer and to confirm that you are ready to move forward and you are proceedable. Now, assuming that you followed my preparation tips, then you should be in a really good position to provide them with all the information they need about the fact that you're mortgage ready and you've got savings in the bank ready to go and your ID is ready to be submitted to them. So that's everything you need to know about submitting the offer. So now you know how to submit an offer on a property, here are my top tips on making sure that your offer is accepted. Tip number 1 is stressing your position. If you are a first-time buyer, stress that you've not got a chain, you're eager, you're ready to go. If you followed all of my preparation tips, you'll be mortgage ready, you'll have your identification documents ready, you'll be able to provide proof of deposit, and you'll be ready to instruct your solicitor. All of these things demonstrate that you are a motivated buyer and will be attractive to the vendor and the agent. Tip number 2 is to build relationships, particularly with the estate agent. It's an age-old saying that people buy from people, but you'll be surprised how far it goes if you really get on with the agent, how that can help you when it comes to the negotiation on the property, particularly if there are other people also interested in the property. Tip number 3 is to act quickly. If a property comes to a market that you like, it's important that you get in there and book the viewing early. Thereafter, if you like the property after the viewing, submit your offer as soon as possible to make sure you can secure the property. Tip number 4 is to be mortgage ready. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you need to secure a decision in principle. I'm not a fan of doing that because it does involve a credit check, and therefore if your offer is declined, it's an unnecessary check. But all good mortgage advisors will be able to get you mortgage ready without the need for a decision in principle. They can check your credit report, your credit worthiness, they can complete an affordability assessment and do all the relevant due diligence to make sure that as soon as your offer is accepted, the mortgage is ready to be submitted. And tip number 5 is to protect yourselves. Once your offer is accepted, it's important that you insist that the property is removed from the market to prevent you from being gazumped. So now you know how to submit an offer. You've got my 5 top tips on making sure your offer is accepted, so you're ready to go and view some properties and submit an offer. Good luck and happy house hunting.